What's up, family? I am your guy Benjamin 7, and this is TCC, where we talk about truth, culture, and community. And yes, we back again to put that work in. Thank you all for stopping through. I really do. It means a lot to me. And I just want to give y'all a big shout out real quick. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for rocking with the content. Thank you for all your love and support, your comments, the genuine things that a lot of you all say to me. I really appreciate it, because if it wasn't for you all, we wouldn't be here. You all may not know, doing YouTube is not easy. Everybody thinks you could just sit down, turn on the camera, and talk, and people supposed to just flock to you for whatever reason, but that's not the case. It really takes some hard work, and you gotta be strong mentally or it'll never work. I remember the days when I had 10 subscribers, 15 subscribers, 20 subscribers, put up a video and you get 3 views, man, 4 views. That's rough on your psyche when you actually care about what you do and you stand on what you represent. That could be a bit tough, but I want to thank y'all, because we got up to 1,200 subscribers, over 1,200 subscribers, so give yourselves a big round of applause, because if it was not for you all, we wouldn't be here. So thank you, really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and join the party. Go ahead and subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the post notification bell so you can be caught up on all the content we produce, because we get busy around here. So listen, got some good content for you today, and I promise you, I was gonna go a whole nother way. I was gonna do something totally different, talk about things totally different, reference news articles totally different, but I think the current state of this country we in, it really needs to be addressed from a logical standpoint, and that's what I'm here to do today. First things first, Memorial Day just passed. I know a lot of us were setting up barbecues and kicking it and doing our thing, and it is what it is. I never speak on what somebody do or how they choose to live their lives, but I think we should be informed on a lot of these holidays, because most of us either don't know or don't care. But since you at this channel, I know you care about truth, and I know you stand for your people. So let's get into this. The first American Memorial Day is commemorated. Black residents of Charleston, 1865. On this date in 1865, former black slaves started Memorial Day in America. This occurred in Charleston, South Carolina, after the American Civil War. It was to honor 250 dead Union soldiers who had been buried in a mass grave in a Confederate prison camp. They dug up the bodies and worked for 2 weeks to give them a proper burial as gratitude for fighting for their freedom. Together with teachers and missionaries, black residents of Charleston organized a May Day ceremony that year, which was covered by the New York Tribune and other national papers. So if you didn't know, Memorial Day had everything to do with our ancestors fighting for this country to get a piece of the pie, and never got it. But this day is to commemorate us, those who lost their lives that day on that battlefield, fighting for this great United States of America. This day is not about barbecues. This day is not about kicking it or hanging out with your people. It's about remembering all the stuff that we've went through to bring us up to this point. And my point of reference in this article, which I will link in the description, is that we gotta remember where we come from. And yeah, I know they only give us 400 years of history for us to sift through, but it's bigger than that. It's deeper than that. We are the people who have literally went through hell, and we still standing strong. That's not because we so smart, strong, wise, but it's because who we are connected to. And it's time that we turn our attentions to our Savior, our patron deity, return to his ways, and we can see things get better. So I just wanted to drop that to start this off, since Memorial Day just passed. But let's get some real history about what we doing, so we ain't just out here just cause, you know what I'm saying? Just cause America want to celebrate this. I bet you've been celebrating Memorial Day for a long time, taking a day off in the whole nine. You had no understanding that this started to commemorate your people. But hey, I'm gonna link this in the description. You all check it out when you get a chance. But before I get into the meat of the matter, I want to give us some context of everything that I'm thinking when I bring you this content for today. That's my coffee pot, y'all. It's about to go down. If you a Bible reader, check out Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 through 9. I want to give us some context, because there's a lot going on in this country. It's been a lot going on in this country, and it's been geared towards a certain people. A special hate has been geared towards us, and I just want to address it in the content that I'm going to talk about today. So let's read it real quick. Galatians 6, verse 7 through 9. Be not deceived, Yah is not mocked. For whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. For he that sows to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that sows to the Ruach, or the Spirit, shall of the Ruach reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. I want to ask you, are you sowing seeds of righteousness, or are you sowing seeds of corruption? Let's get into this. I am not here to disrespect, but I'm going to talk freely today. Shout out to this white woman for calling the police on a brother man because he asked her to put her dog on a leash. She called the police on him. I know y'all seen it.
I'm going to tell them there's an African American man threatening my life.
White woman fired from her job after she called the cops on a black man in Central Park. The woman who went viral for calling the cops on a black man who asked her to leash her dog has been fired from her job. Her employer said Tuesday the confrontation occurred in a section of New York City Central Park known as the Ramble, where rules require that dogs be leashed. The sister of the man who filmed the confrontation, Melody Cooper, explained that he had asked the woman to put her dog on his leash. When she refused to, he began filming.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking pictures and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, I'm in the Ramble, and there is a man, African American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog. There is an African American man, I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my... I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the Ramble. Please send the cops immediately. I'm in Central Park in the Ramble. I don't know.
Thank you.
If you want to, we could travel back in time and see exactly, probably to the T, what happened to my boy Emmett Till. This is who privileged white people are. And I don't hate nobody on this channel. I just call it like it is. I call it how I see it. And this is how you all act. And I just want you to know, you will reap what you sow. If you have not been paying attention, the United States of America are more divided than they've ever been. And a divided house cannot stand. I'm here to simply say, you reap what you sow. You're gonna reap what you sow. Proverbs 22:8 says, whoever sows injustice will reap calamity, and the rod of his might will fail. A certain group of people, they've been raising hell since the beginning, far back as we can remember. And I guess they forgot that you always gonna reap what you sow. They must have forgot. But I'm here to tell you, Corona, the economy, all the stuff that's going on right now, it's not a coinky-dink. No. It's time for people to start reaping what they sow. Shout out to this Caucasian lady right here. You know how many people she probably did something like this to? Walking around like her stuff don't stink, nose all up in the air, looking down on folks, especially that look like us. Well, sister, you jobless today, so enjoy that. The whole world knows your face. Might I add a very basic face? But we all know it. And I'm not talking about nobody. I'm not here to disrespect. But when your character is trash, you deserve a couple jokes. Yeah, sis is real pasty. But it's time for you to sit it down for a little while, hang out at the crib, and think about your actions. There's an African American man, he's recording me and threatening me and my dog, she claimed. The video doesn't show the man threatening the woman at all, because he didn't. See, that brother know what time it is. He know where he at. And I want to say to all my people, it's time to move a little bit differently, man. It's time to dot all our I's and cross all our T's. Because when we don't, these folks is ready to pounce. You understand me? Thankfully, justice was on our side this time. Shout out to this brother. I'm telling y'all, man, dot all your I's, cross all your T's. Because this is what Caucasians do. They'll do you dead wrong. And because of the privilege that they were born into, they act like nothing never happened. They can persecute you, lie on you, mistreat you, disrespect you, and somehow you're the wrong party. That's a Karen for you. And Karen ain't just middle-aged white women. Karen is most Caucasians. Do you dead wrong and act like they ain't did nothing. Play the victim just because the color of your skin. We beautiful. We melanated for a reason, and it's time to get back to our truthful path. But this is what we talking about today. Let's keep going. Lastly, today I want to talk about a brother by the name of George Floyd. And I know we've all seen it. Police officer putting his knee into Mr. Floyd's neck for over 8 minutes. This is very unfortunate. You know, we live in a society where everything is publicized, everything is captured, and unfortunately, we've all seen this video, and it's really hit home. I don't know what George was doing before he was apprehended, but I know that done been me a lot of times. I can't speak on what he was doing before. All I can do is speak on what I see now. And I'm sure the police gonna try to spin it and saying he was doing this or he was doing that. I hear they say he looked impaired or whatever the case may be. But hey, nobody deserves what George got. A video taken by an onlooker Monday evening shows a Minneapolis police officer keeping his knee on the neck of a motionless, moaning man at the foot of a squad car. The man later died. A police statement said officers responded to a report of a forgery in progress. He deserved that, huh? Officers were advised that the suspect was sitting on top of a blue car and appeared to be under the influence, the statement said. 2 officers arrived, located the suspect, a male believed to be in his 40s, in his car. He was ordered to step from his car. After he got out, he physically resisted officers. Officers were able to get the suspect into handcuffs and noted he appeared to be suffering medical distress. Officers called for an ambulance. The man soon died after, the statement said, adding, "At no time were weapons of any type used by anyone involved in this incident. Body-worn cameras were on and activated during this incident." Later, Minneapolis police said the FBI is joining the investigation of the incident. 2 of the officers involved have been put on paid administrative leave, the department says. I guess that's supposed to make us feel better. Let's skip down a little bit. The video captured by Darnella Fraser begins with the man who is black groaning and saying repeatedly, I can't breathe to the officers, with his knee on the man's neck. The officer is white. Like I said, this could be me. This could happen to any one of us. And it's time that we start moving a little bit differently, but I'm gonna try to get through all of this. I'm gonna say this again. Whoever sows injustice will reap calamity, and a rod of his fury will fail. I wanna give a special shout out to every privileged Caucasian who think just because you've been up, just because the law has been on your side in this country, you feel like you don't have to answer for what you've done. I want to tell you that couldn't be further from the truth. You all will pay for what you've done. And I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. Am I a little bit hurt? Yeah. I hate seeing my people go through stuff like this. But I'm alright. I'm alright because I find peace and understanding that you reap what you sow. See, this is how this gonna go. Let me just get into it now. By the way, the officers involved have all been fired. Minnesota police officers after death of George Floyd, black man seen pinned down in the video. Like that's supposed to make us feel better, but I'll link these in the description. I might read a little bit of it. I don't know. But it's time for me to get into what I'm talking about now. Look around. Everything that we've known to be normal is lightweight being challenged. Feel what I'm saying? The economy, the justice system, food, supplies. You can see civil unrest everywhere. America is unraveling. And it is simply because you all thought that you could do people wrong for hundreds. Before you came over here, even thousands of years, and nothing be done to you. I gotta tell you, you need to think again, man. Because you always reap what you sow. You're gonna get back what you put out. An officer putting his knee in a man's neck for 8 minutes straight, 9 minutes. I don't care what your uniform look like or what your badge say. Nobody should ever be done like that. No human should be done like that. That's pure evil. That's evil. That officer took an oath to supposedly protect and serve. And this is what he's doing. He's pure evil. To put your knee in a man's neck for 8 minutes, to hear him moan and cry and say, I can't breathe, and you do not let up. That's evil. It's only a certain group of people that evil. That's evil. Old buddy think because the law is on his side, the law got his back, he a cop, he bleed black and blue, or whatever they call themselves, or whatever, I don't know, whatever. You think that you gonna be all right. Yeah, you lost your job, but you got some type of pension or something like that, or you got something to fall back on. Nah, fam. An authority that's much greater than you all is going to make you answer for what you've done. And I'm not talking about no end times, heaven and hell. Nah, we read the manuscript for real around here. Read about the kingdom in Isaiah 61. Read about the kingdom in some of the prophets, Zechariah and Ezekiel. See what they say about the kingdom. The table's gonna turn. That's what I want y'all to know. It seems like certain people just go out of their way to destroy creation. And this is what this officer is. This is what's in his DNA, to rule with an unjust rod. And that's gonna stop one day, fam. One day, real soon. My prayers are with the Floyd family, because this is truly unfortunate. My heart goes out to the Floyd family. This is wrong on so many levels, because cops been doing us like this for forever. They ain't nothing but an extension of the Klan. They've been doing us like this for forever. But to see a man be suffocated to death and that video be broadcast all around the world, that adds insult to injury. That says, look what we can do to y'all, and y'all can't do nothing about it. That's what that says to me. They get a badge and they are able to hunt us down and kill us. It's unfortunate. I'm not a social justice warrior. You will not see me out here marching and vandalizing things. No, I'm moving differently. And let me tell you how. The time is now for us to dot all our I's and cross all our T's. What do I mean by that? Use this country's laws to benefit yourself. What law am I talking about? The right to bear arms. That's in the Constitution. For my Christian compadres who may be a little squeamish and feel like Jesus gonna protect them from everything, the Messiah even told his disciples it's gonna come a time when you're gonna need a sword. Luke 22. I start at verse 33. And he said unto him, Adonai, I am ready to go with you, both into prison and to death. And he said, I tell you, Kepha, the cock shall not crow this day before that you shall thrice deny that you know me. And he said unto them, when I sent you without purse and scrip and shoes, lack ye anything? We talking about dispensations and time. It's a different time today, y'all. And they said nothing. Then said he unto them, but now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip. And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. That's the Messiah talking. It's time for us to protect ourselves. If you are looking towards the government for protection, if you looking towards the police who have the right to sit their knee on your neck for 9 minutes and then act like everybody recording it, everybody who's screaming, let the man up, everybody who has a conscience and a heart that says something is wrong, and they almost go to jail and they getting yelled at and pushed back coming to them just for saying, hey man, get off the man's neck. If you think they there to protect you, sadly mistaken. I refuse to look towards somebody who has historically hated my guts to protect me. Now you may say, hey, I'm gonna just trust in the grace of JC. I understand. I am also a believer. I'm not a Christian though. I'm gonna protect my house, and I strongly suggest that you do the same. Ask yourself, why have the powers that be, it ain't just America, why have we been the people who have been scattered to the four corners of the earth and mistreated for thousands of years now, and nobody really seemed to care? Why is that? How many protests we gonna do? How many marches we gonna have? We are not addressing the issue. To my new subscribers that don't know me, I am chosen by the Most High to live by his laws, statutes, and commands. Those things that they tell us have been done away with. Not so. Those laws, statutes, and commandments are attached to me and my people. And until we return to that, unfortunately, this is what the powers that be can do to us, because we have not subscribed to our power, the true power that's going to protect us. Imagine if we all came together thinking the same way, having the same mindset, having the same culture, living the same lifestyle, loving our Creator with all our heart, soul, and mind, and loving our neighbor as ourselves. Think about the power that we would have. We separate. We not together. Think about how weak that look for that man to be getting the life choked out of him and people standing around and do nothing. Just record. Just watch the man die. Just sit there and record. We ain't never gonna be nobody if we can't even see ourselves in that situation. Think about that, y'all. Watch the video and see how the brother is just talking to the cops. Y'all wrong, bro. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. That's wrong, bro. Ain't do a doggone thing because he know he powerless. It's time to subscribe to our power so that we can come together and truly convey the Most High here on earth. That's what we need. Again, my heart goes out to the Floyd family. But listen, to me, all this stuff is being publicized so it can draw us closer to who we really are. The Most High is calling his people back to himself. And unfortunately, things like this have to be done to get our attention. because we don't want to address the real history. We don't want to address what's really going on. And that's the only way we're going to be restored. Ben Crump can't help you. I'm actually tired of seeing him. He only show up when it's a high profile death. He only there when it's some news publicity to be gotten. I'm tired of seeing his face. He ain't helping nobody. He show up, get that publicity, and get his money, and he gone. He can't save us. The government can't save us. The police force can't save us. We only got one savior. Us. I'm talking about us. They're opening the doors of the church again. The church ain't gonna save us. If you're new to my channel, you're a Christian, hey, go through some of my videos, man. You know how I rock. Everything I do can be found in the manuscript. The church can't save us. It's not gonna help. It hasn't helped yet. It's a million churches everywhere. We still are able to be treated like this. The church ain't helped. Let's try something different now. I am your guy, Benjamin 7. This is TCC, where we talk about truth, culture, and community. And truth is, it's time for us to come together and us to protect ourselves from Karens, from white privilege, from the government, from the police force, from all of that nonsense. It's time for us to protect us. And we only gonna be able to come together if we start subscribing to the same thing. The laws, statutes, and commands of the Most High, they make sense. That's the only thing that I've studied that can literally bring us all together if we start subscribing to the same way of thinking. That's the whole point. Not only will it bring us together, it will cultivate and perfect our spirit, man, that moral compass, that character. A lot of us got jacked up characters out here, for sure. It's the only thing I've seen that can restore a people who have been bruised and battered such as us. So I implore you to actually study to show yourselves approved, to really return to the ways of the Most High and cry out. It's time to cry out. Abba Father, it's time to cry out. We need our Creator. We need our deity, our patron deity. Stop subscribing to all these religions and all this nonsense that we clearly see that has clearly not worked for us. If I offended you, hey, didn't mean to. I'm just passionate about what I do, and I can be found in that manuscript, and I can prove anything you need me to. Just ask. Write in the comments. Let me know if you feel some type of way, if you want me to explain something. If you want to know more about what I subscribe to, all my information is in the description box. Send me an email. Let me know. I'll give you all the information you need. Everything that we've done up to this point ain't worked. I mean everything. So it's time to do something different. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so you can get all the content. Because I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going until I see my people restored. I appreciate you all for stopping through. Much love, much respect. Shalom.